In this video, we're going to look at the question, does your IP address change with location? So every online journey, every time you visit the internet, it leaves digital footprints. Your IP address is the most fundamental of these traces. And understanding how it changes with location is crucial if you want to have some sort of privacy online, some sort of an anonymity, and if you want to access content in an increasingly segmented space. So, understanding IP addresses, I'm not going to go into the networking and the technology here, but what is an IP address? Well, it's a unique numerical label, and when I say unique, I really do mean unique. Every IP address has to be unique on the internet, otherwise it wouldn't work. It's basically assigned to every connected device, and it functions like a digital home address, if you like, for all your internet activity. Remember, if you haven't got an IP address, the internet don't work. There are lots of variations on this. You can have a static IP address. It's basically a fixed address that will never change. Usually found by businesses and major servers that can't change their address and need consistent identifiers. Most of us have got a dynamic IP, really, which is assigned by a pool from our internet service provider. Most of us have these, but they don't change that often nowadays. I mean, mine is supposed to be dynamic, but I think I've had the same one for about 12 months currently. Okay, so how does location affect your IP address? Well, I'm going to show you some demonstrations of this, but just to summarize, your home network, your ISP assigns you a specific IP address. So you pay money to somebody and they give you an IP address when you connect to the internet through your router. It pretty much stays the same, although technically it's dynamic. Public Wi-Fi, when you move around with your laptop or tablet or something and connect in a coffee shop, hotel or airport, you'll get a new IP address from their network. So they have an ISP and they pay somebody to give access to the internet, and you piggyback off that and you'll get an IP address from them. Mobile data, when you move around with your mobile phone, you get an IP address assigned from the mobile towers. So your cellular provider will give you a different IP. It can be used to trace your approximate location, as we've all seen in those crime movies and TV series. As you move around, you'll get a different IP address which will correspond with that location. And what we're going to look at is VPN usage, so how you can actually hide any of these IP addresses and make you appear in different locations and protect your real location. Let's just go and look here from here's a website which is resolving my location based on my current IP address. And you can see it thinks I'm in the City of London and it's resolved that. So it's picked that from my home IP address. Let me go to a website here. This is BBC Select. This is a really good site. It's called the Home of Documentaries. It's basically a curated version, copy of lots of the BBC documentaries. Only available it's called BBC Select. It's only available in US, Canada. You can see I can't actually access it here, but I'll show you how this changes shortly. And basically, this website has looked at my location of London and said, oh, I'll show him this, but he can't access because it's only for US and Canada. I can, however, go to the proper BBC iPlayer website and watch because it's all free if I'm in the UK. You can see that. That's streaming. I won't play much of that, but hopefully you can see it there. Let's go to Netflix. Netflix is using my location from my IP address, and it's giving me the UK Netflix library here. It's showing me the top 10 TV programs in the UK today. I'm going to show you how we can fool this, how we can change it. It's using my location. All these websites are using my location, and virtually everyone looks it up. It's blocking me, redirecting me, giving me access to this, all based on my location. It's called geo-targeting or geo-blocking or something like that. Okay, let's go and show you how you can change this. Okay, so going back to our presentation, what we're going to do is use a VPN to control our IP address. So we can't actually change our IP address. All those locations, your ISP or mobile data towers, whatever, we can't do anything about that. But what we can do is hide and mask this IP address. It's called IP masking, and you need a VPN, which is a virtual private network, to do this. And it gives you the ability to encrypt your data, choose a location you're in. Well, that's crucial for all these blocks and redirects. And it gives you some element of safety when you're using public Wi-Fi. Let me just show you how it works. This is the one I use. It's NordVPN. I can thoroughly recommend it. And there's a discount link in the description below if you want to try it out yourself. It's basically a service, and it gives me, this is the basic subscription. It costs a couple of bucks or so a month. And it gives me access to VPN servers all over the world. Now, as you probably noticed before, I was in London. But what I'm going to change is my location to Boston in the United States. So when I click on this, I make an encrypted tunnel between me and one of NordVPN's US servers. Okay, so this will mask my IP address, and it won't. All these websites won't be able to determine my real location. They'll think I'm in the US. Hence, it gives me the ability. I could click on a German server and go, pretend I'm in Germany, India, China, Australia, and I can change that and use it as I see fit. Let me just go and show you my location now, which should change. So you can see now, this website now thinks I'm in Boston. I haven't moved an inch. What it's doing, it's seeing the VPN connection to Boston. That's all it is. I took one click and I fooled this website. BBC Select should become available now. Let me just refresh it. So you can see I've now been offered a free trial of BBC Select, and I can subscribe to it because it's available in the US. So now I've got a free trial there, and I can use that that website perfectly well because I'm now they now think I'm in the US. Right, let's go back to BBC iPlayer and let's see a negative here. You can see now, hopefully you can see, it's kicked me off BBC iPlayer because it says, hang on, I'm not in the UK. And if I go back to it, it'll say, he's in the US. Sorry, it's not available in your region. So, of course, the IP address can give me pros and cons depending on which one I connect to. Netflix, let's go to Netflix. As you see, I had the UK catalogue now. Perhaps I fancy a film that's on the US catalogue. I'll refresh the screen and let's just stroll down. It's not easy to tell in Netflix because a lot of the content is quite similar because they produce their own. But if you scroll down, you should see now that I've got, where is it? There we go. Top 10 TV programs in the US today. This is the how you tell it's now got using the US library, and somewhere below there'll be the top US films. There we go. Top 10 films in the US today. This is because Netflix has now served me up the American version of Netflix, and that's it. I have completely changed the what I can do online with one click of the button. I've now got an American-enabled computer with all the pluses and minuses that comes to. And I could do that with Germany or France or whatever. Remember, most of these media sites block access based on your location. Quick summary then. Your IP does change with movement. When you change physical networks or you move around, you're generally going to have a different IP address. Remember that when you're subscribing to things where they have to actually supply your IP address. Unless you're sitting at home, it's very likely to change. There are privacy implications because that IP address is generally, you can determine, especially at home, your exact address and location. You can be tracked to the very address you're sitting at now. If you're in if you're using a home internet connection, obviously you can be tracked to an airport or a cafe or a bar or something. It's not quite as enabling. Geographic restrictions. There's loads of these. It's called geotargeting, geo-blocking. Streaming services and websites use these IP addresses to control access. This is why using a VPN or a proxy to be able to control your IP address, to control what you can access, is so useful. Honestly, it's worth playing around with. You'll find it opens up so many different sites, and you can just change at will. I can go back to my VPN and disable it. I can connect to a different country, whatever I need. Okay, so that's the end of my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's basically, does my IP address change relocation? The answer is sure, it does. Bye for now.